So does anybody have a question? This is a good time for a question about the economy, the economic situation in this region. Okay. Come on, you've got to have a question. Don't be shy now. Okay, I'll just repeat one of your questions that you'd asked me earlier that I happened to remember, which was a very good question. Somebody had asked about the economic outlook today for this region, and also maybe what some of the stronger economies are, and maybe some good places to move to and why. So let's go ahead and start with the strongest economies. Do you recall what the strongest economies in this region are today?
Mexico and Panama.
Mexico and Panama have the highest GDPs per capita. Why? Because Mexico is the largest, that would be the key, or we usually pick out a key or a dominant state, and that is Mexico. Mexico is in a free trade agreement with the United States called NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, as we said earlier. And so there's a lot of activity going on, especially at the border. And Mexico simply has the most people. And so Mexico is a big trade partner with the United States and other countries. Increasingly, China is trading in this region and other Asian places, and of course Europe has been trading in this region for a long time. Another place is Panama, and the United States had gotten involved with the Panama Project and in developing the Panama Canal. And again, China is now getting much more involved because China is trading more and more, and so the Panama Canal needs a revamp, and so China is becoming involved in that multi-billion-dollar project. It's a very expensive project. These are huge locks where the ships come through, and of course that saves so much time to be able to go through there rather than going all around South America. And as far as the other economies, now what that would mean is that since the dollar is weaker in a lot of these places, especially in the 7 republics, there's a lot of places, even in Panama, that are so much weaker as far as their dollar compared to the US dollar and many European, the euro also. That what that would mean is that, of course, it's easy to, and very inexpensive, to travel in these places, and not only that, but to relocate there. A lot of people would, from Europe and from the United States, it's pretty common to wish to retire and have their dollar stretch a lot further. So they may be able to purchase a far bigger home and even have help for their gardens and maybe even housekeeping for a lot less money than they would where they came from. So some of the places which are really hot places to move right now would be Costa Rica. Guatemala is becoming increasingly in vogue to move to. For a while, a lot of these places were unstable. We're going to talk about that more when we get into the subregions and we start talking about individual places. We'll talk about how some of these were very unstable during those times of shift, especially it left power vacuums, political vacuums. And so some of these places were on the list of places not to travel to. They were very dangerous. Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, pretty much Central America. And now these places are becoming far more stabilized, and so people are moving there, traveling there, a lot more tourism. So I would say that while they're becoming stronger and becoming more integrated, they still are places that people do like to move, and their dollar is quite stretched. They can buy homes and have trips of a lifetime with far less money. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you. You did ask that question, and it was a good one. Thank you.